Okay, hello grade 12. So I just quickly want to recap on what I discussed in class. So I'm on page 312. So this is the floor plan. I just want to say again that the space they give you in your floor plan, so this is a space for window 2. This space will always be more than the window size will be. Okay, so they want you to go and look what is the size of the window. So go and look at window 2, and then you'll see that window 2, the dimension for that is 2500. And if you take 2500 divided by the 50, because the scale is 50, 1 to 50, then you'll see that this measurement should be, the window's length would be 50. And can you see, if we go measure that, I will get 54 or 53, like that. Okay, so we have to go and put it in the window. So I'm going to measure now half of it. And this isn't necessary that you put the window in half of the space. At the end of the year, they're also not going to give you, penalize you on that. So I'm just going to center the window, and it should be 50. Okay, and what I also do to save time is that they give you the fiber brick sill under the all windows. Okay, so that is actually the length of the windowsill at the back, at the outside. So if I take that and divide it by 50, then you'll get 3,5. Okay, so I just want to show, okay, remember the important thing is to remember that your frame, so if I'm gonna draw now a construction line and there as well a construction line, your frame should be in the center, in the middle of the wall. Okay, if you don't draw that in the middle of the wall, then you won't get the mark for each window. So it means that each window is marked individually. So if you don't get this the mark for the window frame that is not in the middle at this one, you won't get it for the other ones as well. Okay, so they don't mark with your mistake when it comes to windows. They will penalize you at each window. Okay, so I'm gonna and the other thing is, at this page they don't give you the measurement of the window frame. So usually it is 50, so I'm going to take 50, so it means that it will be 1 millimeter. Okay, and then you can draw your window frame. Okay, so that is a 1. Okay, so that there is my 1 millimeter window frame. Okay, and the other thing is to remember, okay, this is actually the inside of the window. This is the inside window sill. Okay, and that is the outer one. So we just took 175 and we divided by 50, and then we got 3,5. So what is important to remember, okay, from the frame, from here to the outside, it should be 3.5. Okay, and the other thing to also just save you time, at the end of the year, you don't have to go and calculate it. If you just measure from here, from the outside of the wall, 2 millimeters outwards, you'll be in their tolerance range and they will give you the mark. So that saves you a lot of time to know that you can just measure 2 millimeters outwards. Then to go and look for what is the dimension for it and to divide it by 50. So it saves you a lot of time. Okay, so let's start with the okay, so you do that for every window. Okay, so now you have to go and put in every window. And then for the doors, so here is now the door at the kitchen. Okay, so what I do is place your compass on any, okay, at this stage it doesn't matter which side is the swing because each one has a counter, so it's fine. So place it on that mark of that corner over there, and then adjust your compass to, adjust your compass to the other corner at the opposite side, and then you can go and draw your arc. Okay, sorry, mine is just a little off now. I'm just going to do it again. Okay, and then what you can do is to go and draw a line from here, from this corner where you put your compass. I can just extend that arc. Okay, and to know what is the thickness of the door, remember, if your door is closed, your door will fit in perfectly in there, like that. So it means that is actually the thickness of your door. So you can actually go measure that part. Okay, so I'm not gonna keep the closed door because that's not what you should do, but I just want to show you. So that will be, if I go measure it, it will be 1 millimeter. So it means that the thickness of your door is 1 millimeter. And remember that it should be open. So it means that if the door is closing, this corner will go and fit in there. Okay, so it's supposed to go and turn into that corner. Okay, so there is your door, and also because this is an outside door, it should also have a line like there. And then let's do the sliding door. Okay, so here they say that the sliding door is to fit single door, a sliding door with frame, and they show the direction. Okay, and yeah, for the sliding door, so we have to go and put the sliding door in. Okay, so what I usually do is, again, they don't give us the dimension for the door frame or the window frame, so I'm going to use 50 again. Okay, and go and measure, get the center of the wall, and then from the center you draw a line through to the other side. Okay, and then because the sliding door, if we take 50 as the door and the windows thickness, you have to go and measure from this center line 1 millimeter downwards and 1 millimeter upwards for the two sliding doors to go across to each other. Okay, so just measure 1 millimeter upwards and downwards as well. Okay, and then you can just go and, yeah, it doesn't matter, we don't mark it very strict, but you can just go and put in 2 lines to show the doors. Okay, so if you can just put it in like that, it will be fine. And then also, because this is on the outside, it should also have the 4th line to show it's on the outside, like that, and with your arrow to show which way it is turning. So you must show the arrow as well. So I'm just going to draw a line over here with the arrow. And I just want to show you as well, this is also a part where they are very strict. If you draw the arrow on this side, showing that it goes that way, they won't mark that arrow, because where is that door going into? Okay, so this must show that the door is sliding that way. Okay, so just another tip for the exam papers. Okay, so if all your windows and everything, okay, is in, your doors as well, you can also go and hatch your walls. Okay, so I'm not going to hatch everything now, I'm just going to show. So remember, it's a double line and then a wider space between each one. Please remember to also hatch your inner walls, your non-load bearing walls as well, because that is where Sometimes you lose marks because you forget that. Okay, so go hatch all your walls. Okay, and then they say, okay, so we did all the walls, doors and windows, all features as indicated by the abbreviations. Okay, so now let's go. I'm just going to erase that. Okay, now we're looking at the features. Okay, so here is the features. That is the shower, that is the basin, so die wasbak, jou toilet en jou bad. Okay, it doesn't matter how far from the wall you're facing it or whatever. Okay, it's just to see that you know where it should be. Okay, so and then also the built-in cupboard, and the built-in cupboard is also to fit. So there it stands also to fit. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the dimensions. So here is I'm gonna start with the shower first. So it's 750 divided by the 50, then you'll get 15. Okay, so the shower should be here in the corner. So I'm gonna measure 15. Okay, and also 15 downwards. Okay, then what is important is your shower should only have this one circle. Okay, if you do draw any other extra lines, like another block like that, that is a penalty that we have to give you. It's -1/2. Okay, so it means for the shower you will get 1.5 marks as it is now. Okay, so it means it's a 1/2 mark for this side, a 1/2 mark for that side, a 1/2 mark for the circle. So if you go and you put in any extra lines to show water, okay, that's also -1/2. Okay, so please don't put in any extra stuff of in your toebehore, so in your features. Just draw it as it should be. Okay, and then if you look at the basin, they say that the basin should be here. Okay, and then the dimension of it is 455 divided by 50. Okay, so that is 9 millimeters, is 9.1, and then 290 divided by 50, so that will be, we're going to round it up to 6. Okay, so 9 by 6, and then we can put it in there. Can I give you also another tip? Rather don't put it in the corner. Just let there be another, just a millimeter space between it. Okay, so that is 9 millimeters, and then I said 6. And the reason for that is sometimes, oh, that's mine is not very skilled. Okay, and then also the circles. The reason for not putting it against the wall is just sometimes, according to the memo, there is a 1/2 mark for that line, 1/2 mark for that line, 1/2 mark for that line, and for the circle. So it means that your basin can count also like 2 marks. And if you put it against the wall, then you won't be able to see this mark. So for safety, don't put it against a wall, except this one. This is the basin should be against the wall there, but I'm just talking about the sides. Okay, and then your toilet is also, if we take, it's 700 divided by 50, and it's 14, and 450 divided by 50, that is 9. So this part is 9. Okay, so I'm just gonna draw 14, and also just gonna measure from there 9. Okay, and then the width will be 500. So 500 divided by 50, and then it is 10. So the width of the toilet is 10 millimeters. Okay, so there, that is the toilet. Yeah, so the toilet is also 2 marks usually, because it's half a mark there, half a mark there, and then for these 2 lines, so it's also counts to 2. Then the bath is 1700 divided by 50, then you get 34, and then 750 divided by 50, and then that is 15. Okay, so I also just have to go and put in, I see now this part. Okay, so the bath will be there. Okay, and it should stop. There's a little millimeter space. Okay, and then also the circle. Okay, so that is your bathroom. Then we have the built-in cupboard, and the built-in cupboard, the width is 600. So 600 divided by the 50, then you get 12, and that should also fit in. So 12 millimeters. Okay, there's the built-in cupboard, and then also the sink. So here should be a sink, and that is also 10. The thickness will be 10 millimeters, and then 950 divided by 50, 10 by 19. Okay, and you should put your sink in here. So what I do is, if it's 10 millimeters, I just go and put it in the middle. Okay, and 19 this way. So I'm just gonna draw a construction line. Okay, so there is the sink, and then also we have to put in this part, which is now 3.5 divided by 50, and then you'll get 7. So they don't show you what is the measurement for this part. Okay, but this part is now 7. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a millimeter from either sides. On both sides, I mean. Okay, and then also the circle. Okay, so again, with the sink, if you draw any extra lines like the grids or what like that, okay, it's dadelik gaan jy punte verloor, so dit is minus 'n halwe punt. Okay, so it's minus half. Okay, and now we've put in all the features. Okay, all electrical fittings as indicated by the numbers. Okay, so that can be done very quickly, and you can also put in it freehand. Okay, so let's start with the kitchen. So number 3 will be electric fitting. So it's a fluorescent tubes. Okay, so I'm going to put it in here. So you must dry it underneath the 2x40. Okay, you must show that as well. Then this will be number 2, the double pole light switch. Okay, which is also important is to leave a space so that the marker can see that it's not half a circle, because sometimes when you're very as jy hastig is, dan teken mense sirkels soos dit, then it almost looks like half a circle, and then they actually don't give you the mark. So they actually advise you rather to draw the circle a little bit farther away from the wall, just to be able to see clearly that it is a circle. Okay, and it's a 2-pole one. And also don't connect your wire with the flag. It should be connected with the circle. Okay, if it's connected with the flag, for each wire that you put in the floor plan, it won't count. Okay, so you would lose all your marks there. Then 6 is then the plaster ceiling board on, wall mounted light. Sorry, I'm now at the roof. Okay, so it's the wall mounted light. Again, for this one as well, this is where I see a lot of the kids actually lose their marks. The X shouldn't be like that. Okay, so it should be, there should be a line away from the wall, and then your X should be there. Okay, so just also go and put your wire connected with the circle and with the light. Okay, it's also better not to connect it through a wall, but rather through the door. Okay, so there's another tip. And then let's go look at 4. There is 2, so it's again a wall mounted light, and then the 2-pole light switch. So here, okay, so there that is with the wall mounted light over there. I'm connecting it with the circle. And then 4 will be the ceiling light, so it's just an X, and then also just connect your off to the wiring. And then for this room, it's again ceiling light, and for the bathroom as well. Okay, so for the ceiling light, then this will be 1 is just a single pole light switch. Okay, so there I actually, so just a single pole, and again there is a outside wall mounted switch, and I'm connecting it with the circle. And then over here at this wall there will be a double pole switch. Okay, and connected with your bathroom light and with your room light. Okay, then 5 is switch socket outlet. So here in the corner that is 5, so now we can put it against the wall and we can see clearly that it's half a circle. You also won't lose, I just want to show you again here at this part, here's also a 5. You won't lose marks if you draw it like that. So if you want to be safe, you can also draw it like that, but don't go and draw it like in the middle of the room. That will be wrong. Okay, so you can leave a gap. And then here is 5 again. Okay, like that. Yeah, and that is it. Okay, so we did all the electric fitting, and then you should go and do the hatching as well. Then you're done with this. Then the general, you have to go to the general of the labels. Okay, here, this one is important for the floor plan. The room designations with their respective floor finishes. So in Afrikaans sê hulle vir jou die kameraanduidings met die onderskeie vloerafwerking. So dit beteken, is dit teëls wat in die badkamer is, of is dit mat of wat ook al. So jy moet gaan kyk. So let's go and look. Where is all the rooms? Okay, so here is all the rooms. Vloera werking. So die kombuis kry teels, sitkamer kry teels, alles kry teels behalwe die slaapkamer. So okay, en daar sê hulle vir jou waar alles is. So here in English again, they say actually where everything is, and also the floor finish. So also another thing important, don't go and write it in cursive letters. So moet dit nie in soos dit lounge so gaan skryf of wat ook al nie, nê? Moet dit ook nie skyn so gaan inskryf nie. Okay, they will penalize you. You can also not, moet dit nie net in kort klein lettertjies skryf soos so dat dit soos dit is nie. Okay, hulle gaan jou penaliseer. Okay, so hulle gaan punte aftrek. You have to go and write it actually straight, and in capital letter you must print it. That is what the instruction is. And the lounge is tiles. Okay, then it's the bedroom. And that is carpet. Okay, so there is everything. Then still don't forget about I see there isn't floor plan written, so there should always be a floor plan written at the bottom. Floor plan and the scale as well. So 1 to 50. So even though I don't see that they asked you that, but remember that it should always be written there as well. And don't forget to go and hatch.